Your field stabilized. Intaro Adun.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Polypoid, it's going to be a PvZ, a DEF CON 2 replay, said RJB when he sent me this replay last year. Top right, it's going to be Iffy. Bottom left, it's going to be Rain. Two Korean players in a PvZ. A DEF CON 2 replay just means it is a little bit worse than a DEF CON 1 replay, which is the highest level of DEF CON. I know it's confusing. DEF CON 5 feels like it should be the highest level, but it is not. So, happy 2026, everybody. Hit that like button if you're excited for a PvZ at the DEF CON 2 level between Rain and Iffy. So, let's go ahead and see Iffy, and if he can give Rain a good game here today, then I think it's going to be a DEF CON 2, as RJB said. So, walling off at the choke here of his natural base is Rain, maybe the most successful Protoss player in Brood War over the last 5 years, man. He's got an ASL championship. He's got a couple number 2 runner-up finishes as well. He always gets to at least the round of 8 in ASL, no matter what else is going on. So, Rain, we like you so much. You're so good. And Iffy, again, has his work cut out for him here on Polypoid. We've got an Overlord going across the map. It is going to be an Overpool opening here from our guy, Iffy. We've got a gate opening as well. So Overpool versus gate. We know how that works out. There will be Lings out on the map, and the Zealots are like, do we want to go across the map? Do we want to defend? I think we're going to defend, I feel like, for our guy Rain. Probe scouting. It's like, okay, no creep here doesn't mean there's not a Zerg, but no creep here means there is not a Zerg. So let's see if you can see the Overlord here from our guy Iffy from the LMAO clan. And no, does not see it. Doesn't see it. The Overlord says, can I see the probe? Oh. Did he see it? I think he saw it. But that's okay. The probe is going to see that late hatch here. Robert the Zealot already on the way. Merchant Falcon Paladin .store. And look, pool done. Ling's on the way. The probe says, oh, okay. It's going to be a pool first based on that hatch timing. So how many Lings are there in these eggs? At least 2. And this drone says, hey, look, it's a gate opening here at the wall for our guy Rain. So he's like, that's enough. That's all I need to know. It's a gate. We've got Zealots coming across the map here. I'll make a couple more Lings to handle it. And these slow Lings are chasing the probe as fast as they can. So 2 more sets of Lings on the way. Expanding here is Rain. After the gate, no gas, no cyber core, just a 1 gate into an expansion here, counting on the Zealots to keep Iffy busy. And I think they will, in the hands of a master here like Rain. This probe says, okay, we've got a few more Lings than I can handle here. Third base down the right side here at 3 minutes as well. He knows there's an early expansion because of the placement of that gate. If the gate was here, that would be a different story, wouldn't it? I don't think the early third would be on the menu if the gate was inside the main base because, you know, throw down another gate here. Maybe a cyber core. Excellent trap there by Iffy. I like it a lot. Droning. Saturating his natural base. Saturating his third base. And again, here we go. Coming back home. No kills for our guy, the Zealot. 0-0-0 here for our guy. Well, first 100 gas into Lair. Second 100 gas, I think, into Metabolic Boost. And this is the stage of the game when the Zerg says, when are the Zealots going to move out? And maybe we can harass a little bit as well. But again, our guy Rain has 400 APM. 400 APM at this stage of the game says that you can go ahead and macro to your heart's content and still micro these Zealots to your heart's content. Can we get the gateway? No, I don't think so. Can we get a run by here? No, I don't think so either. Again, Rain knows how to do this. He knows how to play this game. He knows how to move the Zealots out to go ahead and shoo the Lings away from the gateway, but without leaving a gap behind them so that Lings can sleep in and take down this cannon. And once the cannon is done, the Lings have no choice but to retreat. And there it is. There it is. Cannon done. Lings are like, all right, fair enough. We'll get out of here. That's what they sound like, by the way. Oh, there we go. 4 drones rallied, not on minerals. Dun, dun, dun. Metabolic boost on the way. It's a Spire opening. Second gas? No, not quite yet. So maybe, and fully saturating the gas? No, just 2 drones on it. So I think it's just going to be Scourge. Just going to be Scourge here. And micro to your heart's content. You're in the middle of the map with slow zealots and speedlings here. Yeah, I think this is enough lings to handle these bruised zealots. Yeah, there we go. And backing up. Positioning is important here. There we go. And it's a stalemate. Stalemate on the ramp here at the third base for our guy, Iffy and Rain. Citadel on the way. Corsairs on the way here. And drones being pulled just a little bit. And still all 4 zealots alive. There we go. 2 zealots down, another zealot down, and another zealot. Did we overmake lings? Hear from Iffy. That is always a concern here in PvZ. And it's always super hard to determine how many lings you need, because you never know when more zealots will come across the map here. We have an Overlord scouting for it. We have another Overlord here. But the Corsair says, Overlord, are you scouting? Get out of here, man. Macro hatch at the third. Second gas here. We've got +1 flyer attack for these Corsairs as well. It's not called +1 flyer attack. Goodness, Falcon, how embarrassing. We call it +1 air weapons because that's what it is. But Corsair coming in, see what's going on, sees the Scourge, says, never mind. I've scouted all that I need to right now. Thank you very much. So going to be a pretty standard opening here in the PvZ. Nothing too crazy. What's going on in the world, man? It's 2026. Hope everyone's having a great one. And as it is pretty much still the first week of January, I just want to say I did see a social media post on New Year's Day that said, hey, look, a lot of people don't want to make New Year's resolutions because it's like, well, I always make them and then I don't follow through and I feel bad about myself, or like I feel like if I don't do it perfectly, I'm a bad person. And so I just don't make resolutions. And I'm like, well, the post said, well, you could do fun ones. And, you know, there's pasta adventure. If you want to do a specific resolution, that's in, nice scout on the Templar Archives. That just means you try to eat as many different shapes of pasta as you can find in your locality. And I was like, you know what? That's kind of fun. That's kind of a fun little quest there. Or like, how many different styles of pizza can you eat? Like, try them all. Try thin crust. Try oven baked. Try deep dish. Right? Try something that's vegan. Try something that is vegetarian. Try something... Maybe try Hawaiian pizza if you've never had it before. Maybe you'll like the pineapple, you know. Just get out there. Broaden your horizons. And it's pizza, right? You don't feel bad about yourself because you didn't try pizza. You're probably motivated to do it. Anyway, so I recommend people do that, right? Try to find something for 2026 you can do that is fun, that will broaden your horizons in some way. There's a handful of mutas out here from Iffy, but he's not going crazy with it. He's got 3. He's probably, he's getting another one, maybe 5 at the most here, but not going crazy whatsoever. Macro hatch, and walling off zealot access to this side of his third base as well. I like that. So what's going to get crazy here? We're going to get a little bit of DT action, maybe a little Maelstrom. We have talked about this before, but it feels like Dark Archons are almost becoming standard in PvZ. Just get them. Lock down those mutas, man. They're fast, they're zippy, and they never stop moving. It's hard to kill them because they never stop moving. And if you get a Maelstrom, guess what? They will lock down and they will not move. However, don't see that happening yet. Psystorm, yes. Zealots, yes, obviously. Upgrades for those guys. Nothing right. No, there's an armor upgrade for these guys. They already have the +1 attack. Third base looking fancy. Third gas on the way. Evolution chamber working on missile attack upgrades. As it is a handful of mutas and Scourge, but we're going into the Hydras now. Hoping maybe to trick Rain into thinking that I need absolutely more Corsairs. These are mutas. They are scary. And he's not making more Corsairs, however. Did he cancel the +1 attack or did he go with it? He finished it. He killed a Scourge. That's kind of nice to get. So I think if he's playing this well, I like it. Didn't overcommit onto Mutalisks against a +1 Corsair opening. He's got Hydras. He's got a lot of Hydras, actually. There's good a Zealot Corsair attack into the third base. Right? The Hydras have to decide whether to attack the Corsairs and keep the Overlords alive, or attack the Zealots and keep themselves alive. It's a really tough situation to try to do without any Sunkens, and that's what he's trying to do here. But I love the walling off. Right? We've got a couple eggs here, kind of unintentionally walling, possibly. Corsairs into the main. Nobody's dumb enough to keep Corsairs inside the main base. Definitely not. Singularity charge for Dragoons. He's feeling lurkers, as he definitely should. And what do we got? What do we got by way of lurker aspects? Nothing, actually. Is this pure Hydra Bust? This feels pretty pure Hydra Bust to me. Maybe a +1 attack timing. +2 attack timing. Intriguingly, is that maybe that? Sometimes those upgrade bars are a lie on the production tab. It's usually for things like air attack, flyer attack. Oh, did he cancel it? I think he canceled and went into lurkers instead. What the? That's weird. Alright, well, blah blah. Here goes nothing. Hydra's chomping in. 116 to 97 supply. Trying to get a third base up here. Maybe trying to get a third base over here. Maybe not so much on that one. Corsairs. Ooh, almost getting a Mutalisk there. Not quite. Corsair's pretty healthy. Mutalisks can't be very healthy, and they're not. Neat. So, Queen's Nest on the way. Lurker Aspect on the way. Third base at a Minerals only base here for the Protoss player. Got to feel pretty good about that if you are, in fact, Iffy. He's got Hydras. Speedlots are kind of the answer to this thing is the problem, and if, you know, Minerals only means you're making a lot of Zealots. If that's what your third base is here on Polypoid. Kind of the nature of the matchup here to do that. Oh, look at that. Fourth base coming up. Minerals only here for the Zerg player too. Iffy feeling okay about that. Lings are pretty good throughout the entire game, especially with the crackling upgrade. Hydra's at the third base. Keep the Overlords alive. Is that a fifth base? Double expanding Iffy. Loving that. Love the double expand. Gas here, no gas here, but taking this whole top right-hand corner, this whole top right-hand triangle of Polypoid for himself. I love it a lot. Lurkers coming in. But I mean, Psystorm's been done for like 20 minutes. I mean, not that long. It's an 11-minute game, but it feels like it's been done forever. Doesn't it? It sure does. Hey, we're going to move out. The red, it's hard to see Plague on red, but I can't change these colors. It's either this or it's this. It's literally red versus blue or red versus blue. I can't even change who's red and who's blue. It's very funny that way. I can usually swap between what players they played with in their game or change it to red versus blue. But if they already are red versus blue, then I'm kind of stuck with the red versus blue most of the time. Observers to deal with the lurkers, a hives coming in from Iffy. All this is going extremely well for our Protoss player. Kidder and Amulet. Rain feeling fancy too. 180 supply at 12 minutes. Okay, can you get to 180 supply in 12 minutes? I bet you can't. I bet that's not even possible. Okay, here's an attack up to the 12 o'clock right now. Expanding behind it. You bet your bottom dollar he is. He's taking that left side 9 o'clocker. Lurkers at the top of the ramp would be amazing. Sunkens too. Where's Rain falling back for? I guess the mutas are kind of harassing down here at the 6 o'clock, but just send the Corsairs to deal with the mutas. What are you doing? Rain says, oh yeah, why did I fall all the way back? That was dumb. Yeah, Iffy's like, wait, where did he go? He was going to come up that ramp and kill me. Yeah, now we've got high ground, lurkers, and Scourge, and the obs are going to get sniped. Good spread on the Scourge. I love that from Iffy. Corsairs don't want to overextend, and they don't. Good job keeping these alive. The best Protoss players in the world keep them Corsairs alive. They simply do. Free Zealots are free. Like, I love seeing that Zealot just get absolutely showered in acid from the Hydralisk, just like all of it. Here comes the charge up the ramp, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Absolutely killing it here. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, Lings jumping on it. Not Adrenal Lings yet, but it's on the way. No Defilers either. Psystorm to the bottom to try to cover it. Dragoon's in a lot of trouble. Hydra plus Dragoon plus Lurker. That's why you got to stutter step back against all of it here. Archon getting killed on the field before it can actually come in. Sniping the obs as well. There are no obs with this army right now from Rain. He's in a lot of trouble. He's kiting very, very well in all fairness. But maybe these Hydras want to fall back a little bit to the Lings and fall back to the Lurkers as well, especially here. And maybe wait for the Lings to have Adrenal before they fight because they're sort of dying in a large number right now. Maybe don't be doing that. Okay, fair enough. They got out of there. Consume's on the way. Adrenal's finishing up. This drone really wants to expand up here. And the drone. Snipe the drone. Snipe the drone. Ah, Adrenal's done. Those zealots stood no chance at all. And escorting over to make sure it is safe to be here. Rain says, okay, this guy double expanded. I know about this. I know about this. I saw him send a drone up to here too. So he's overextending. He's being too greedy. Let's punish this guy. 160 to 140 supply. Protoss up. Not as much as he wants to be. Corsair's not really providing a lot of oomph right now. I mean, if you kind of find an Overlord to kill with these Corsairs, it's great. And in fact, there's one down this way, which is scouting a potential ninja expand. Look at this one Mutalisk here. Gonna die. Yeah, one Corsair versus one Mutalisk. Get him. Get him. One-on-one. What a weird engagement here. Probe running for it. Protoss setting up in between the 3rd and the 4th base and the natural base. It's kind of a convergence here of all 3 bases belonging to the Zerg player. He should have reinforcements. He's got cracklings. He's got the Psystorm because, of course, the consume is done. The Storm is good, though. Really, really good. So that's, yeah, Plague's on the way. Cool. Plague's coming in. 5th base down south here from Rain. And that top left base is getting closer and closer all the time from Iffy. He can take this. He can take this. Splitting the map in half is something you want to avoid in a PvZ and a TvZ. Doing in ZVZ is fine, but guess what ZVZ is? It's a 1 base versus 1 base ridiculous clown fiesta of a matchup, and it's dumb. Is there any Psystorm? Oh my gosh. Rain, no! How do you not have any Psystorm up here at all? 1 High Templar would have been amazing. Maybe he had one and it got killed. I will tend to give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, Nexus dead. Yeah, Probe's dying, but Nexus dead is the bigger deal right now. Dude, no income whatsoever here for a while. High Templar wandering into this mess. Rain! Be so careful. I love sending Zealots into Darkstorm. Just ridiculous. Darkstorm, just not even useful in situations like that. Where are the lurkers? Where are the cracklings for those guys inside that swarm? Metasynaptic node is coming in. 6 o'clock from Rain happening here too, which the Zerg is coming down to try to deal with, but Rain repositions quite nicely, and then Lings come up here. This is how I like to play PvZ. I love to have little groups of cracklings out on the map in different spots, and I attack down there, and then I attack up here. Nice Plague. And then I try to catch the Protoss off guard, but sometimes they're, sometimes it works anyway for the Protoss, as it does here. Nothing really to worry about. Yeah, Rain can throw his Nexus down. I think that Archon was blocking access for that. Is this the Corsairs? It is. Corsairs deeper into Zerg territory than I would expect them to do. Oh, yeah. Overlord down, supply blocking. Basically, if he's at 1 available supply coming up this ramp with lurkers and hydras at the top, plus a Nidus. How about this one? A couple sunkens there. 1 sunken, quite possibly. Lings are back into this base. Oh, yeah. Cracklings for the win here. By that, I mean, didn't actually kill that Zealot. 9 kills on that Zealot. Hot dang. He is the winner of the Zealot, Most Handsome Zealot of 2026 award. And coming up the ramp with Sunkens and Lurkers at it is a nightmare. Kind of the same way going up a ramp as a Zerg player into things like Reavers and Psystorm and Cannons is a nightmare, and Archons. So, I mean, look, yes, you're like, poor Protoss, they can't get up that ramp. Well, I mean, watch Zerg get up a ramp that's adequately defended in this game, and then we can talk about it. It's hard for both. Yeah, and then you send Cracklings into this base. And you Dark Swarm, but it's Zealots and it's High Templar in there, so it doesn't really matter. Consume. Dark Swarm. Storm it up, guys. Is there anything in there? Yeah, there's still stuff in there. Maybe there's not. I don't know. Zerg's putting more stuff inside the orange cloud. Why would he do that? I don't know. 190 to 160 supply. Rain is up. He's feeling pretty good about the situation. He's microing like an absolute god, as he wants to be and as he is. Shuttle. Speed. On the way. More Scourge. More melee attack upgrades. The Protoss is sitting on a solid 3-2. The Lings are at a solid 2-1 with Adrenal. Anything where you've got 2 upgrades going on Adrenal Lings is nice. Plagued up. Right? Like a 1-1 Crackling, or like a 2-0 Crackling, or a 2-1 Crackling. All of it's really good. 0-0 Cracklings make me nervous. He's trying to send a Zealot up here or something, I guess. Zerg, maybe trying to expand bottom right. We are running out of available places. This is one that seems like it should be pretty easy to take. We're going to sunken this up. I don't know where these guys are going. Is he making a move down here? If he is, he's getting intercepted. Oh, gosh. Okay. Lurkers unsupported by anything else. Not great here. Good size storm. Cracklings buffering for the Lurkers are so much better. Burrow. There's the burrow. And there's the drone down. And there's the zealots just eating Lurker spines like they don't care. Ow. Okay, well, that was exciting. Drone died, but guess what we have more of over here? Drones! These guys need to go to work. Good job. So, new base on the way from the Zerg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th base. Dude, 7 bases in 20 minutes is a crazy amount of macro here from Iffy. I'm loving this from him. He's doing awesome stuff. Plague again. There's nothing that Iffy's doing that I can say is wrong. He's doing everything he needs to do to beat Rain. The problem is a really good Rain, a really good Protoss player, in fact, will get Archons, will have High Templar, will start getting into Reavers and Dark Archons, and then it just feels like, what do you do against that really heavy Tier 3 army where you get Maelstrommed and Storm? There's Reavers crushing everything on the ground. Dark Swarm is useless. Plaguing stuff is nice. Not against the Archons, but against everything else, right? Good Storm. God, the clumped up Lurkers, though. Yeah, finish them off. They've been plagued. They've been stormed, which is kind of like plaguing them, except faster. I think Storm works faster than Plague does. Down the right side, Iffy again. DT trying to defend. Guess what? There's an Overlord. More Zealots coming over. Do they want to be in this situation? Dude, these Zealots are winning way better than I thought they would. Nice. So Ring gets over here, shuts this down. The attack into this base that doesn't exist yet would have been pretty damaging, at least from a delay perspective. There are 3 High Templar and cannons at the top of this ramp. Good luck. I salute you, Zerglings. Ready, set, go. Trying to bait all the storms out so the Lurkers don't get stormed. Oh, Scourge obliterating that one shuttle. And then, oh, the other one takes a hit but keeps on ticking. Gets a storm up, kills maybe 5 of the drones. Everything in that drop dies. Coming into the south side of the 9 o'clocker, though, Lings and Hydras are here, too. Lurkers inside that Dark Swarm. Guess what we have? More Psystorm. Remember when I was like, there are 3 High Templar here? Yep, there are. Each of them had 3 storms. Or is he out of storm now? Yeah, but there's nothing here anymore. Holy smokes. Psystorm is good. I know people complain about Dark Storm, but I think Psystorm is infinitely better. 10 kills, 14 kills among 3 High Templar there. Easy peasy. Yeah, and look, we brought up reinforcements, so good luck there. Iffy needs to not do that. Or this. I like he's doing this at the same time, though. This is fun. You bringing a single anything to this? Any spellcaster? No. By that I mean a Defiler, because what else are we going to use? Hey, the Reavers are here! Hey, what did I tell you about the Reavers being so good? Yeah, Iffy's in trouble now, man. He's going to lose that 7th base. He did shut down Rain's attempt at a 6th base, though, down in the bottom right, so could be worse for this guy. I don't think he's ever getting this. Once again, coming up the ramp is really hard. Iffy is exemplifying this quite nicely. Nobody's gone up a ramp today at all once, actually. There have been some attempts. I think Rain's okay with the way things are going. 200, 178 supply. He's got Reavers. Zerg players got Plague. Like, that's kind of the final boss here for PvZ. Maybe a couple Dark Archons to feed back Defilers. That's another thing Dark Archons are good for. Drop does unload. Stormed, and 2 kills. 2 kills, not bad. We'll take 2. This Hydralisk has 0 kills before he dies. He has to Lurker Egg to try to have any amount of relevance at all, but no, definitely not. Not against 3-1-3. That's a 13-kill Dragoon, folks. 13 kills on a Dragoon. Reaver's got 11 kills. Map is not split in half. Protoss still needs these corners to make that happen. Retaking the low ground top left here is Iffy. He's getting more lings. Gas is a little bit of a starving situation for him. He's not taking this gas, though. Although that would help his gas situation undoubtedly. Once again, if he's just being active, like I am in love with this guy just being down this way and down this way and maybe an attack down there too. And it's just so annoying to defend, right? Nice Plague. Nice double Plague. Excellent job. Oh man, that's fantastic stuff. Charging in, man. This is looking pretty dicey, I think, for Rain. High ground, Hydras, Lurkers, DT, and that makes Overlords not covering, but Lurker Spine's doing some work against the DT anyway. He's got to get out of there. And then an attempt to expand down there is shut down. If he can do this, if he can shut down this base in the bottom right, he can win this game. He can win this game outright, folks. Let's see if he can pull it off. Again, the underdog without a doubt. Anyone's an underdog against Rain, honestly. Except maybe somebody like Soul Key, maybe somebody like Soma, but other than that, if you're playing against Rain, you're probably losing more times than not. Not that Rain wins every game he ever plays, because nobody does that, not even Flash at his peak, but you're going to win more often than not. If you're Rain, if you're Flash, if you're Snow, if you're Soul Key, if you're Soma. Idle drones need to go to this base, like, right now. I know there's a million things he's worried about with this 350 APM. Lurker setup, not even bothering to Dark Storm it because there's so many Zealots and Archons here, it just doesn't matter. I don't know what that position was all about. He's just like, oh, I want to take this bottom right base. Thanks. Dude, these drones are killing me. I know you have a lot of minerals right now. But saturate that gas. This gas has been saturated. Dark Swarm, Psy Storm, Reaver Storm, Archon Storm. Another Plague. Catching, I think that Plague did catch a Dragoon. Was he already plagued? Let's find out. He probably was. Ugh. Again, the cloud does not matter to Reavers. Not even the teeniest or tiniest of bits. $190 to $170 supply, maintaining his lead. This bottom right base coming up for the Zerg might be game ending. For Rain, honestly. Plagued again. That Defiler dies for it. Coming up a ramp when you've been previously plagued is so frustrating and stupid. Nobody likes it. Yeah, Rain's in trouble. He's got the 6 o'clock and the 9 o'clock, but he's kind of mining out. If he's got a bunch of bases that are fairly new to him, especially if you're counting the bottom right here. Yeah, just pre-spread. Look at this. Rain fully retreating from this position. Trying to take this base. Dude, if these Hydras walk down here, this base dies. He can see that. He can't see that somehow. Yeah, man, if he's winning this. Look at this. Look how much plague there is on everything. I mean, Reavers don't care. Oh, that is so close to just being seen. Just like send the Hydras down and cancel that Nexus. You got, then it's a win. Oh, Plague. Did it catch the Reavers? Appears to have caught the Reavers. That sucks. Not that one, though. He's only got 8 shields anyway. Oh, now he sees it. Now he sees it. Get down there. Is like, is that bait? Is he trying to kill that? He's trying to make me come down here so I die. Even supply, not good for the Protoss. Wants to be up 20 to 30 if he can, but when you're both maxed out, there's kind of not a lot you can do. Dude, Iffy, I know. Oh my gosh. Look, juicy probes. Is he just letting him have it? It's like, you know, if he has that, but I have the other corners, I think I'm fine. Let's, for some reason, let's try to get in there. Oh, another huge drop. Let's try to get in and wipe out the main base of Rain, I guess. What is going on? No, the army's coming in and squishing you in between this wall and the army. Man, these zealots tanky boys. What? Iffy, no! What is this move? Why would you sack all this army just to kill this stuff? And then he's gonna come down here. Maybe this is gonna work. Well, the Hydras are just not in numbers to do this. Unfortunately, that's why cannons are still good. Cannons really lose effectiveness over the course of the game, but if you have enough of them, you can do some work here. This is getting intense all of a sudden. I don't know why he threw away so much stuff on this. We're gonna base trade. Kind of looks, well, this base is dead. Is this base dead too, is the question. Oh, snap, there's a Nidus. Well, size storm as much as you can, but the lings coming through here are gonna feel fairly endless. Oh, nice micro, dude. Picks up one of the, both Reavers get picked up. Lurker down. Rain is on a rampage. Can he do this? Ah, this base looks like it's dead, though. Hold on a second. Remember I said base trade scenario? It is a base trade scenario, but we can afford to lose more as a Zerg player than the Protoss player right now. I love Lurkers wandering into this whole mess and just not even getting a shot off before they burrow. Just dead before they get any hits off of their own. It's the best. Jesus, poor guys. Yeah, so this base, dead. This base, saved. Dude, Iffy's winning this game. GG, Rain taps out. And Iffy pulls off the victory. Holy cow. In 31 minutes and 32 seconds, he shuts this base down. He holds onto this base barely, but he does. Yeah, he's just got a ton of supply. He's got way more income than Rain does. And if you're going to beat Rain, guess what you got to have? Way more income than Rain does. It helps a lot. Oh, man. What an absolutely fantastic showing there. Like, what a great play there from Iffy. He gets the win. No wonder it's a DEFCON 2. Yeah, look at this. This right here is important. This right here is important. And the fact that there are still 2 bases up in the top left, that's why Rain left. That is it, man. He knows he lost this game because of the economic advantage that if he has 100 minerals and 400 gas, but that's not the entire picture here, right? Future economic analysis shows that if he's going to win. And that's it. Just again, no successful up the ramp and kill a base, either for the Protoss player or the Zerg player, man. Look at how many drones are up here. Just waiting. These drones are gone, but this drone right here, this little batch of drones needs to get down here somehow, some way. I mean, maybe through this Nidus or that Nidus. That'd be good. Regardless, good game, man. If he gets the win, even against the super late game Rain with the Psystorm and the Reavers and the Archons. But if he just, his macro was great. His ability to be everywhere on the map at the same time was so good and just so inspiring. So, impressive maneuver for our guy, dude. All right, 288,000 points to 288,000 points. Look at an even Steven game that is right there. I mean, the longer the game went on, the more it would favor Iffy, but regardless, an 11-to-3 out production ratio by the Zerg player, a 4-to-1 out kill ratio. So pretty close, too close for comfort there. If you're a Protoss, 46-to-2 buildings raised is kind of insane. Way to go, Iffy. That's a big number. And then the outspend by a total of 9 plus 12, 14. I don't know, 14,000 resources, whatever. In 31 minutes, obviously, was enough. So well done. I mean, that's a great game from Iffy. Taking down Rain. Like I said, Rain can't win everything. And nobody expects him to. But, you know, he's doing his best out here. Taken down by Iffy, and that was a ton of fun. So, GG. And that's going to be out for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky as well, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.